What's up, you guys? I'm Christina Sheree. If you're new to my channel, hey, why don't you take a second before I dive into the spiel of it all and just click that subscribe button. It's really quick. We can be family and friends and YouTube buddies. This is always the most awkward part, but yes, please subscribe. And if you're returning, it's always good to see you. So yeah, it's summertime inside, so I might as well just pretend like I got a little bronze action going on. Anyway, I was really excited to get these bronzers and try them out, so I figured it would be a really good time to film a look with the bronzers, and I picked up the new quad as well, so we're going to do that today. This is the look I came up with to my glam shots. If you like this look and want to see how I feel about the bronzers and the palette, just keep on watching, and there will be timestamps below. Alright, let's jump into the video. This is actually my first time reviewing anything Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm actually pretty excited. And to do it with two bronzers, and I'm actually going to do the new palette too. I'm actually really excited. Like, I've heard a lot of good stuff about this. So the bronzers, I got two colors. I got tan and I got the color deep. I'll show you those. I'll open them up. The bronzers themselves are actually really, really big. The compact is. See if that's not reflective. It's like the size of my face. But yeah, so this is the color deep right here. I don't know if my camera is actually going to pick it up. It's actually pretty, no pun intended, deep in person. But that's the color deep. And then I think this one may be a bit more appropriate for bronzing for my skin tone, but this one is the color tan. So you can see that there. Before I do, so I'll pull this up and give you a little bit of information on them. So this is straight from her site. They have, or she has 4 colors. So there's fair, medium, tan, and deep. So I got the 2 on the darker end of the spectrum just to see which one's going to work for my skin tone. And it's a new matte bronzer for fair, not fair skin tones. The description changes based on the actual shade you pick. So let me pick tan and see what this says. A matte bronzer for medium to tan skin tones for the appearance of a glowing, sun-kissed, beautifully bronzed complexion. I'm going to be bronzed up in this quarantine. But the cool thing I like about it actually is that when you pick the bronzer, it shows it on your skin tone. So this one is, why do I keep freaking forgetting it? I should probably look at it. Tan. Medium, then tan. So this one's tan, and when you pick tan, it shows you different pictures. Focus. Different pictures of what the skin tone is going to look like. Is this focus? Hopefully you guys can see it. And then when you pick a different one, so let's pick deep and see the pictures that it shows you. These are the skin tones for deep. So it's really nice that she gives you that at the bottom. I actually really love this. But back to the bronzer. So it's an airbrush bronzer that is based off of her Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, which is like the #1 selling powder according to her website. 1 sold every minute. It's a phenomenon. Anyway, so yeah, that's what she has on there. Let me give you some of these details. I really don't look at these personally, but I know that there are some people who want to know. So it's a refillable compact, which I like a lot, so you don't have to buy the compact again. You can just refill it. So it is 16 grams or 0.56 ounces in this. Yeah. That's what we got for the bronzers. Can I be a little bit more awkward? You know what, guys? This is like the first time I filmed in forever, and it's since quarantine started, and got a new setup and new place. It's just a lot, so be kind to me. The second thing I got is the new luxury palette of pops. So this one is called Haze. Is it called Haze? What the hell is this one called? This one's called Desert Haze. So this is the palette. It's just your average, I mean, neutral colors here, but I actually really am excited to see her formula, especially in these neutral tones. And yeah, so I've kind of babbled a lot. I actually haven't even swatched these, so I have no idea. Honestly, when it comes to the bronzers, they're much deeper in person. And I was really thinking about like the deep one being more for a contour, so we'll see it. But anyway. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch it. I'm going to swatch tan, and then right next to it, I'm going to go ahead and put deep. So this one is tan. Can't even see that probably on camera. And this one is deep. My swatches are amazing. I'm looking down under my arm because there's a mirror in front of him trying to line it up, but that's tan and deep. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get all up into that. And I'm gonna do a nice little kind of quarantine friendly, in the house, you still want to feel pretty, neutral look today. At least that's my goal. I always try to do something neutral and less shimmery and end up with like a whole thing. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna jump into this. I've actually never done a bronzer on camera. This will be fun. Yeah, we gonna make this happen. All right, so I got my brush and we're gonna dive up into this. All right, truth be told, whenever I do bronzer not on camera, it takes me a while, and I usually do it with like a small brush, but I don't want to be here forever, and I don't want y'all sitting here forever watching me do a bronzer. So we're just gonna dive into the big old fluffy brush. This is my Scott Barnes brush. I'm actually gonna start out with the tan and just dip it in slightly. That's a lot of product, like a lot. Here we go. It's so smooth. I don't even know if you guys can see that. This color's nice. It has just like a nice subtle warmth to the skin, which I like a lot. Hey, not so bad. I was kind of really concerned about doing bronzer and messing it up because I've never done it filming, and then having to take it all off and do it again, but not so bad. Hopefully you guys can see it. I can see it here. Oh, that's nice. So it just gives you a nice little, this color on my skin tone. I like the warmth, and it's really smooth. Like super smooth. All right. Okay. All right, Charlotte. I see you. I see you. Okay. Okay. You're supposed to put it certain places. I usually just do it there. Oh, there's this little diagram on the back. So if you're challenged like me, you can kind of figure it out. Get that jawline snatched. The nice little warmth. Okay. I'm sure there's better technique, but you know, I'm feeling mine. If you can see me, sorry. Put that all up in there. This is gonna be a video for sure. All right, I like that. Now I would go ahead and do the other color, the deep, but I really think this is gonna be more of a contour. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna put it below. I'm looking for a brush here. I'm gonna put it below this bronzer here and work it like it's a contour. see what happens. So I picked up my Fenty, it's a setting powder brush, but all right, so I'm gonna go take a little bit because I'm kind of concerned I'm gonna mess it up. Tap it off. Oh yeah, that's dark. Yeah, that's super dark. I only put a little bit, but we're gonna work this in. Yeah, for sure the deep color on my skin tone, you can definitely use it as a contour if that's your thing. I love to contour. But because I don't have the right tools, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my bronzer brush that I used for the tan and go ahead and buff this in a little bit more. I usually do like the lightest of contours, so this is all new. I like that. All right, fam. I like these colors. It's so the best way to describe this bronzer is just like smooth. I mean, I dipped it in with a smaller brush quite a bit. Well, a few times, and there's a little bit of powder, but it's super fine. And it doesn't bother me like at all. I really like the bronzer. Hopefully it translates well. I don't look like I got streaks on my face. Because y'all know I just told y'all it's the first time I've done it on camera. But I'm, you know, gonna assume that it's working. And I'm working it. Alright. So let me just dive up into this palette. I'm really excited about that. Alright, so now I'm going to swatch this palette for you. I'm just going to go in order of what she shows on the back. So this is the prime shade. Oh, not over that. This is the prime shade. Then this would be considered her enhanced shade, which is actually really pretty. And this would be her defined shade. I like that brown. And this is the smoke shade. The define is actually deeper than the smoke, but these are the colors. Alright, y'all. Okay, so my eyes are primed, and for primer I just use my Fenty primer. So I'm going to dive into this palette. Picking up my Mel Cosmetics blender brush, I'm going to dip into the prime shade and go ahead and just place this all over the eye. I didn't set my primer. I actually just put it on, let it dry down a little bit, because I really want to see how these shadows perform. I've heard so many good things about them, so it's actually really smooth. Really, really smooth. I like that. Alright, I'm going to do the other eye. Alright, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go in with the smoke shade, and for that I'm picking up my Linda Hallberg 303 Packer brush. Go ahead and put some of that. I'm going to put this all over the lid. Well, that's a really pretty color. If you can see it. Okay, so with the smoke shade packed on my lid, I'm actually picking up the same brush, the Melt Blender brush this here, going back into smoke, and I'm going to actually go ahead and put that in my crease and start to blend it up. I'm really going for kind of a one look, oh Jesus. Sort of a barely there natural look, but let's see how this works. One thing I do is I have to remember to actually just look straight ahead and place the color, and then go ahead and look down and blend it, because oftentimes when you look down, you have the color that starts kind of, you can't see it above your eyelid. So I find that when I look up and then place the color there, it'll show. And I'm just doing windshield wipers and small circles. This color is so close to my skin tone though. Yeah. Alright, so with the color Smoke blended on my, or packed on my lid and blended into my crease and transition, I'm taking the same brush and I'm just going to bring it down to my lower lash line and just kind of smoke it down. This color is so very close to my skin tone that I'm hoping it translates on screen. Okay, so using the same Linda Hallberg 303, I'm going into the Define shade and gonna pack this all on the outer V. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can actually see this. I'm gonna keep it going though. So I actually want to put a little bit more, you know what, actually I'm gonna try another shade. I'm gonna pick up my MAC, it's kind of worn off, 219 brush, it's a pencil brush. And I'm actually gonna go into the Enhanced shade and put this on my lower lash. From the middle, or from the inside inner corner to the middle. Just go ahead and smoke that down a little. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the other side. Alright, so with the same brush, my MAC, it blended off so I can't tell what number it is, but I think it's 219. I'm going into the color, the Define shade, and I'm gonna smoke out the lower lash line some more. So from the outer third all the way to midpoint, so about right there. Go ahead and connect it to the top and smoke it down just a little bit more. Alright, so I'm picking up my blender brush, no additional product. I'm going to go ahead and blend these colors a little bit more so I don't look like I have raccoon eyes. There we go. And connect it to the top, and then same on the other side, of course. Alright, so picking up my Morphe M213, I'm going into the Prime shade, and I'm going to place that underneath my, I was like I'm gonna go there too, but first underneath my brow, Alright, so same color, same brush, and place it in my inner corner. I got something on my eye. Whoops. And bringing it up a little bit on the lid, so it's about there, if you can see it. Alright fam, so that is that. Yeah, I'm gonna do some liner and lashes off camera and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so I'm back. What did I do off camera? I did a few things off camera actually, because I'll give you my thoughts on that palette, but I used my Lumia pencil by Melt. I need to sharpen it so you can't really see it. It's just a nice warm, a nice warm brown. And so I smudged that on the top and then a little bit lower as well, just to give it some more depth and dimension. I wasn't really getting that completely with the palette, so I did that up top and on the bottom. And then I tight lined with my Melt 1987 pencils, just a black pencil, just tight lined underneath and up top just really close to the lashes, and then a little bit from here to here on both eyes, and smudge it just to give it the darkness that I was looking for. Did my lashes, and for my lips I'm using my Patrick Ta She's Bold pencil. It's a nice little brown pencil. You may not be able to see that. But I used that, and then I used my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude 34 NP Yana. Now this is just a really basic, I'm sure you have, if you don't have this particular lipstick, I'm sure you have this color. It's like a peachy nude. So I used that and then blotted it, and then up top, on top of that I used my NARS Laguna lip oil tint just to give it a little bit of a gloss so I can pucker up. And that's what I did off camera. So yeah, now for my final thoughts on this collection. I love the bronzers. I think the bronzers are really beautiful. They're smooth. I haven't done a wear test clearly, so I can't tell you about that, but they go on so smooth. I love the color. It's buildable. It's soft. So for me, I keep calling it the wrong color, but the tan, which is number 3. So if you're my skin tone, that one is a beautiful color to build up. It's nice and warm. So that worked perfectly as a bronzer. Now the deep color on my skin tone, I really like it. This one, it's not translating how dark it is actually in person, but it really works so beautifully as a contour. And I love the fact that it's still the same formula as, well, it's the same, it's a bronzer, it's just a different color. But I love that I could get a nice beautiful contour with the same smoothness of the powder. It just blurs your pores. So I would actually use number 4 deep as a contour. I wouldn't use it to bronze. Now I think it would just palette. This little thing, you know, I know it's Charlotte. I think it's Charlotte's first all matte quad, and if you like Charlotte Tilbury and you want all matte quad, then go for it. I'm sure you have these colors though. And if you are my skin tone, I found it, now keep in mind it definitely could be technique. It's been a minute since I filmed a video, but I do my makeup. So I just didn't find really a lot of richness in the colors for me. It is a quad, there are only 4 colors, but I really kind of wanted a bit more punch from the 2 darker ones, and I didn't get that. So it's a nice quad if you don't have a neutral, although I'm sure most people watching YouTube videos on makeup probably have a neutral palette. But if you don't and you want to go in that luxury category, then go ahead. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice palette. I just would pass on it next time. So yeah. I really want to thank you guys for spending some time with me. Thank you for logging on. I know that there's so many ways you can spend your day and the time in your day, and I know that right now, with the world being as uncertain as it is, I do appreciate you logging in and check my video out. Just hopefully I hope brought a little bit of information. Maybe you laughed at me, smiled a little bit. Just something to kind of break up your day and break up your thoughts on everything that's happening in the world as a whole, and I'm sure in your world as well, mine as well. So I say all that to say I really do appreciate you stopping by. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, I got some new little editing things. I'm going to put a little subscribe and thumbs up thing on the screen. And yeah, last thing, please go ahead and check out my Instagram. I love to be creative on both platforms. And yeah, I'd love it if you head on over there too. Well, thank you so much. Hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment too. And that's enough self-plugging, I guess. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.